This is Madison Square Garden, the most storied arena in professional wrestling. When WWE returned here for Saturday night's main event after a 19-year absence, the building carried nearly 2 decades of pent-up expectation. But there was a logistical hurdle. The event was scheduled just 2 weeks before SummerSlam, the company's second-largest show of the year. This created a conflict of interest. A New York crowd demands high-stakes outcomes, yet the writers needed to protect their biggest stars and storylines for the pay-per-view just 14 days away. Usually, a show in this slot plays it safe. It offers predictable, filler matches that don't change the status quo. In this instance, however, WWE took the opposite approach, actively disrupting their own established narratives. SNME 44 functioned as more than a trip down memory lane. It was a deliberate exercise in narrative escalation, using the Garden as a staging ground for chaos. That escalation began by dismantling the hierarchy. Think of a championship division as a tiered pyramid, where veterans hold the top. That structure was upended when a new team, Fatal Influence, shockingly dethroned veterans Brie Bella and Paige for the titles. Consider the established position of a performer like Brie Bella. By erasing this veteran fixture from the top of the mountain in New York, the company granted instant, massive momentum to a team that was virtually unknown a year ago. We saw a parallel move in this scene with Bayley. Once she was a protected mentor figure, but at the Garden, that legacy was dismantled by Lyra Valkyria in a technical submission and a subsequent brutal assault. By aggressively resetting these divisions, the predictable path leading into SummerSlam was replaced with a set of entirely new variables. Beyond the internal roster, the production looked outward, pulling authentic friction from the world of professional basketball to fuel their fictional rivalries. NBA star Karl Anthony Towns got the crowd involved early, physically intervening in a match to help the fan favorite Danhausen secure a win. But the night's most significant crossover involved Roman Reigns and Knicks captain Jalen Brunson. For a New York audience, seeing their basketball hero side by side with the company's top champion is a powerful image of local pride. Then the story turned. Seth Rollins appeared, but he brought Tyrese Halliburton of the Indiana Pacers with him. By introducing the Knicks' real-world playoff rival, the segment weaponized a genuine sports grudge to create a level of heat that wrestling alone rarely touches. As Rollins attacked with a chair, Brunson served as a physical defensive barrier, derailing an unstoppable offensive force and allowing Reigns to take control. This fusion of NBA playoffs and wrestling promos successfully manufactured a sense of mainstream urgency just 2 weeks before the pay-per-view. Finally, the main event utilized the calculated intervention of management. The stakes for Cody Rhodes were absolute. If he and CM Punk lost this match, their one-on-one SummerSlam bout would be scrapped. A loss would have turned their high-profile championship match into a chaotic 4-way scramble, diluting the focus of the SummerSlam main event. Gunther attempted to force that outcome. He used the undisputed championship belt itself as a blunt instrument, striking Rhodes while the referee was down to secure what appeared to be the winning pinfall. But authority figure Nick Aldis intercepted the count. By physically stopping the replacement referee, he erased Gunther's advantage, allowing Rhodes to secure the clean victory. This intervention protected the marquee match at SummerSlam, while simultaneously igniting a brand new, bitter conflict between Gunther and the front office. In a single night, the landscape was radically altered. The women's division is now led by a new force. Roman Reigns has the city behind him, and Gunther is looking for retribution against management. This show demonstrated that even in the final days before a major event, there is room for significant consequence. By leaning into the volatility of the Garden, the writers ensured that no one enters SummerSlam with the same momentum they had a week prior. These results were a series of falling dominoes, each one tipping into the next to funnel a night of chaotic energy toward the upcoming pay-per-view. To understand why the stakes feel so high for SummerSlam, look at the events in Madison Square Garden, where a show that could have been filler instead became the fuse.